Okay, so it's a very difficult question to answer where to do PG in community medicine, because there are multiple n number of colleges are there in India, be it in private or public, or it means government or private or semi-government, because every institute has their own way of working, a way of teaching, and what way, what where they in past and what they are doing right now. It's difficult to articulate, but based on the understanding of the subject and the need of the subject, and taking into consideration the future requirement of the subject, I can have some idea, and that I would like to share here in the form of some slides, where we need to do PG in community medicine and what factors we need to take into consideration while selecting the place. So these are the factors which to be kept in mind while selecting the college or the department. First, reputation of the institutions, because in long run the college will not make much difference from where you have completed your PG, but in the near future after completing the PG, definitely when you are going for any interviews or any for the job opportunities or anything, then the 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 stamp from the institutions will also make some difference. So definitely reputation of the institutions will be there for some period of time, that will help you to get some good job opportunities. Then some departments work more on the academic side, some departments more working on the rural or public health side. So depends on nature of the department you should also opt for, because if you are not looking for public health jobs and you are looking for already academic jobs, right from your first day of decision for PG in community medicine, then you should opt for department which is more inclined towards the academic work. Third is language. Definitely language would be the barrier, I will discuss in detail. Then stipend, it's not important to all of the students who are looking for PG in any branch, but definitely for some students the financial part also may be the factors which play a very decisive role in selecting the college. And location of the institutions or college also will make difference, that I will also explain. The number of PG seats in particular college or particular department also will have some influence in your overall learning or exposure, that also can be kept in mind while selecting the place. So let's start with the first, reputation of the institutions. First of all, always look for government institutions whenever you are having the chance to go for government institute, because private colleges have some limitations in terms of exposure to different health programs, different research work, grant constraints, typology issues. So always, and government colleges are already well established, they have well equipped museums and seminar rooms, the staff, and some their recognition in their own state in the, or even some central government. So government college is always preferred over the private medical college as far as possible. But I am not against any private medical college. Maybe some private medical college may be doing wonder, but as based on my experience, I would prefer government college. Second preference means second thing which we need to take into consideration is when you are in the position to go for AIMS institute, because AIMS giving you the degree which is very unique, that is community and family medicine. So I think that would give you an extra advantage to be working as a clinician also, because there is a family medicine component is there. So there is little bit more exposure regarding the clinical curative side. But definitely family medicine is a part of community medicine, so MD community medicine also have, I think, same advantage. But uh, documentation wise, it could be the added advantage as per my opinion. For example, why we should look for AIMS? For example, I have talked with some juniors with the AIMS Delhi. They have told me that they have specific comprehensive rural health services project, and they are providing some curative part also there with 50 bedded hospital with 24-hour emergency obstetric and other facilities. So I think they are providing both preventive curative part in a very good extensive measures. So that would be the great exposure. That could be also in other state government institute also. But for example, I am quoting here AIMS example. Some experienced teachers from my institute also talk to me about whenever we get chance, we should go for the
I think there is some connection issues with Parimal sir. I think Rupesh sir, can you please take over and share your perspectives?
Yes. So I will continue a little bit of what I think he's back. Yeah, I think
Yes.
Dr. Parimal can continue.
Yes.
So, for example, training, TOT training. So I saw that the PG from NISW were also attending the training for a week. So they had also good chance to learn all the nuances of IDSP in detail. So they learn automatically. So those kind of things are there in the daily based institutes because they are much exposed. So that also could be an added advantage for selecting the daily based institutes, as per my opinion. And one more thing, who are inclined to toward the public health more, they can also opt for institute like Sevagram Vardha, because if you have come across in recent time, the COVID related guideline regarding the peri-urban, rural and tribal areas, the SOP for the central government was uh, prepared under the guidance of community medicine department of Sevagram Vardha. So that is some kind of exposure there, and the reputed institutes are working in this kind of direction. So that also be a part of your learning, and you can have that experience, and that can be also reflected in your CV. So these are some few examples, but lots of things are there in the different institutes that also taken into consideration by talking with your seniors, with your colleagues, and all other past uh, students, so they can share different aspects of particular institutions. So that one thing which we need to talk. Second is actual the nature of the department. For example, in my department, BGMC in Ahmedabad, my department is more inclined toward the teaching side or some monitoring and supervision of already state government run programs, but we do not organize any of our own research work or our proposals or any other research work. So we are more inclined towards the teaching side, but some other institutes may be more prone to public health related activities, some research work more. So it depends on the interest of the students, they can opt for the department for any kind of such things. So this is a very unique to some department. Third thing is language. In my opinion, it could be the very important factor to deciding for any institution, because public health or community medicine or any uh, anything which we do in community medicine requires some language uh, proficiency. Because if someone is working in community medicine for 3 years, what they need to do, uh, they in every task they require some language support. Because for example, data collection for your thesis, for your small studies, research work, even for your final examination, family study of 225 marks, or your two small short case of 75 marks of each, even your routine monitoring supervision for your ONTA session or village and sanitation nutrition day, or your even some training for ASHA worker, you need some local language advantage, or even small health education in your field practice area, you need to require some language support. So even in NMNC, in the new National Medical Council Commission, they have framed 1 year RTC posting for PG in near future. So in that case also you need to require some language support. But uh, it could be the barrier, but you can overcome also that. Why? How we can overcome? Try to learn language as early as you can. Try to learn to talk in local language with your colleague, with your faculty, with try to read and listen in local newspapers and news channels, and try to talk in a local language as much as you can. So that would help you to learn more, and with your interest, and you can do some good work in your public health. That is the one thing I think you should consider while opting for any institution. Stipend, as of now, some institutions are providing good amount of stipend. Like in our institution, it's 85,000 for first year PG. So on an average, 85 to 19 most of the institutions, but some of the institutions still providing only 40 or 50,000. So I think it's a 4 years. I think in our institution, 3 years PG and 1 year SRC. So 4 years, it's good amount of time. I think that's why if you multiply with the number of months with the stipend, it comes to a good amount of money, and that can be also used in future for your even opening your own clinic. That is also one kind of savings for you. It's a non-taxable amount, so stipend can be considered for the students who are having some economical issues. Otherwise, who are okay with that, they can not going to consider it's in much detail. And one thing is, even having good amount of stipend, you can have also opportunity to learn lots of things while doing your PG, opting for other international conferences, because they require some money. You can go for some online workshops, some software purchasing, some good books. So that also can help us to opt for, right? And in NMC, they are going to have 3 years SRC in even non-AIMS institutes also. So I think it's a 6 years period will be there in near future. So I think it's not a main reason to opt for institution, but it can also a supplementary reason to opt for. Location, definitely location means if you are working in a, you are going to opt the capital of that particular state. Then if, for example, Gujarat in BGMC, Ahmedabad is very near to Gandhinagar. So most of the offices of government, public health institutions, training institutions, ICMR, NIH, and NACO institution, WHO office, all are in the Ahmedabad or Gandhinagar. So you can go visit, learn, part in the any supportive supervision or any training or any conferences. So lots of time saving and lots of opportunity you can explore. So that's one added advantage of having your college in the main city or in the state capital. Second thing is you are always called by the government whenever they require some help from the community medicine. For example, in COVID-19, 3 months rotation was there for our PG to work as a state COVID data analytic team. So they had good experience in for COVID data. But if you are working in some far area of the state, you are not going to get that opportunity. And good location, always time saving in terms of your other traveling and other purpose for your back home or for other conference. So that is some advantage for having good location of the college. But sometimes it is also some drawback for having some urban location of the college, because sometimes rural health related issues are not much experienced if you are not taking to interest for having some traveling. So that is little bit disadvantage, but definitely the more advantage of having in a capital or in the main city of the state. Number of PG seats, it's a controversial to say if it is, because it's a two-way sword. If number of PG seats are few or less in numbers, then you are going to get more opportunity in terms of UG teaching or any research work or any supportive supervision, field visits. But sometimes it requires some more, it increases your burden on you also. Sometimes a multicentric or other large scale project will be not taken by the department because of few number of PG seats are there. So, but in whole picture, more the seats, less the chances, that is for sure. And these are the important links for your consideration if you are opting MD community medicine. These are the links for the jobs you can explore in later part of your life, and the softwares you should learn in your 3 years of PG. Like you should have Excel or all the presentation and Word file on that. EpiInfo, it's free software you should learn in your PG teaching. SPSS, but it's paid, so it's a very costly, so you can have some exposure to that. Our software is very good. Some citation management software like Jotted or Mendeley you can learn. And GIS, already Rupesh mentioned, that is one domain which is going to be there in your job opportunity. That is GIS, that is your remote sensing and all this geographic mapping. That is GIS software that also can learn. And last but not least, the take home message from my side is, if you have taken decision by chance or choice for community medicine, but now it's up to you how you make it right. So you have taken the decision by chance or choice, but now you have to put yourself your best to make it right. And success and happiness are subjective, so it's always up to you how you are defining your success or your happiness by opting this subject. Because if you are not clear in your mind with your success or your happiness definition, so you are opting for radiology or orthopedic, you are not going to happy, right? And make informed decision, but